Okay, aloha. Believe it or not, this is right before, maybe an hour before start time for the Lava Man Triathlon. I'm doing part of the relay, so I'm going to use Mobility Monday as my warm-up. So thank you for coming, you guys. Welcome to YouTube, ECFIT, ready to get the day started here in beautiful Waikoloa, right outside of the Lava Lava Beach Club, sharing with you a way to just get going for the week. So special location, glad to have you. Let's get it on. So the first thing we want to start with, which is a little bit of dynamic mobility. So into a nice wide stance, keeping your ribs off your hips. So nice big breath. Just take it to the left and come right back up and gently take it to the right. The whole time you're doing this session, I want you to just keep paying attention to what's tight in your body, what feels like it needs a little bit more care later, and just keep moving well throughout the week and throughout the day. So let's add hands to hips and just take it side to side. Every time you move, you want to just keep the space between the ribs and the hips. This next one, we're going to stay over here on the left. Stay on the left, anchor the stance so the heel is outside of the toe. Take a big inhale, exhale as you come back up. So let's take it to the right, push hips back, take a big inhale, and exhale, and come back up. So we're working the diaphragm, we're working the hip flexors, all within working the adductors as well. So let's go left and right 3 more times. Left, inhale, to the right. You're working your rib cage 360 degrees. One more each side. Inhale. And good. All right, working your hip hinge. So I'm just going to give you that little bit of side angle. Just kind of shake that out a little bit. We want to work separation of ribs and hips. Push your hips back. Oh, touch the ground, come right back up. So if that felt tough going to the ground, just gently and slowly work your way there. We're going to go 10 of these. So nice wide stance, heels outside of toes, to the ground, back up. Push your hips back. Work that hip hinge. You might feel that in your glutes. You might feel that high hamstring. You might feel it in your back a little bit, but just keep pushing the hips back. Try to keep the spine angle nice and long and straight. Good, keeping the space between the ribs and the hips. Good. 2 more. Good. And good. All right, so single leg stance. So we're just going to take the left foot, put it on the ground, stand on your right. And from right here, all we're going to do is tip forward and back. There's not a lot of other rules other than keep the space between the ribs and the hips. You can use your measuring sticks if you want. Just tip and then back. So we want to make sure right side and left side are equally in the game. And this is upregulating any of those muscles that might have been downregulated because of tightness in other areas of the body. We don't need a lot of these. And 1 more. And good. Okay, same thing other side. Keeping the space between the ribs and the hips. I really can't emphasize that enough. All right, right leg stance. Nice big breath. Just tip and reach. Don't have to get to end range. You just want to get moving with some level of muscle activation. Good. I think we got 1 more. And good. All right, we're going right back to that wide stance. And now we're just going to start to reach for the ground. So a little bit more goal oriented here on the lateral shift. Big inhale. And I do this pretty naturally, but I want you to work on rotating through your back. So we can take that back elbow and just elbow to the back. Just nice and easy, working the hip hinge and the lateral mobility as well. Good, good, good. Okay, one more time into a single leg stance. We'll start on lefty. And now we're just gonna add a little bit of that rotational reach through the thoracic spine. So just reach and rotate, come right back up. Again, don't have to be at end range, just kind of get in it and out of it. Single leg stance, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then same thing other side, right leg stance. And we're just rotating with and reaching with the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and good. All right, let's take it down onto one knee. I don't know what's in here, water bottle and stuff. Okay, down onto one knee. And from here, we're just gonna keep the hands low. So now we've removed some variables, right? We're down in that half kneeling position. We're just gonna start to emphasize having this back hip come in just a little bit. So just reach across and then come back. 2, and just keep the chest up. 3, 4, nice easy movement. 5, 6, I'm going 2 more. 8 reps. Good, and good. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side. Whoa, sand. Much, much nicer. Okay, ready? Right knee up. We're just gently taking it across. So as we go through these movements, first thing Monday morning, it's just so nice to be able to understand that subtle movement is every bit as important as big, dynamic, powerful movements. And so these little ones really, let's go one more here. Good, hopefully you got 8 and 8 would be our balance number. What we're really looking for is the ability to meet in the middle between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic drive. Okay, so we're working in and out of that founder now. We're gonna add a little bit more intensity to it by adding the weight of the arms. So heels outside of toes, push through your back. Now we want to load high hamstring and just push through, 2, push through. So you can see I'm stopping here. Now physically I can go further, but we're not looking for that. We want to upregulate the nervous system. We want to put tension into the body, all right? So right there is a good stopping point. About a 45-degree spine angle. Good. Push. Push. And now good. Now you can see I'm touching all 5 fingertips, 4 fingers and a thumb, right? We want to take 1 and 2 and spread them and push into 3, 4, and 5. What that's going to give us is more activation of the lats. All right, so as we push into that founder, we're going to push 3, 4, and 5, drop the elbows. Now breathe and push at the same time. And then come back out of it. Go back into it, 3, 4, and 5. Drop the elbows, squeeze the fingertips together. And expand the diaphragm, work the rib cage. Ready? Here we go. Good. Head position matters. Pull the chin back into the throat. Nice strong neck, upper body position connected. Let's go 3 more of those. Fingertips. Last one. Okay, good. We're going to take that right from the founder, 5 fingertips touching, into that forward fold, nice and strong, and then we're rotating into that big windmill. off the bottom. Big reach for the sky. You're loading your hips each side, side to side. Don't try to keep yourself quiet. And good, come right back out of that. We're gonna do that all one more time. Shake it out, move around a little bit. Now we're taking tension out of the body, so we just want that nice little movement. And we're gonna go right back into a wide founder. Here we go. Into the founder, into the forward fold, and then we reach up and look up, and then let the hips go. 2, 3, 4, we got 10 of these. 5, loading into the adductor. 6, 7, one more each side. 9 and 10. All right, good. Everything's looking good here. Let's spend a little more time on those quads, knowing that if you had a good weekend of training, this is probably tight, right? So now we're gonna work through the hips, through the obliques, create space, and let the lats act as that big elevator to pull the ribs off the hips. So right here, we're just gonna rotate towards the hip and then come back, and now we're gonna rotate away from the hip. We'll go towards the hip and then away from the hip. Don't force anything, just take what your body will give you. Nice long through your hand. And again, we want tension through the hand. And good. Let's go the other side. Hips are starting to open up, quads are starting to open up, thoracic spine's starting to open up. Okay, first one. And we don't want this lead knee toggling at all. We want it strong and in place. All right? So as you go around, I show you my back. And as we come to the front, I show you my chest. Good. 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 And good. All right, so let's work that single leg stance one more time. I don't have anything to balance with, but we're definitely going to, if you can, go ahead and hold onto the countertop, hang on to something that's going to keep you, hang on to a friend, but you want to just gently grab that foot, let that quad open up, drop that knee down next to the other knee, and keep this knee back. So now we've upregulated by doing a couple of single leg stances, so I'm not falling as much as I thought I might. Okay, right leg stance. Left foot grab. Opening the ribs and the hips. We're going to hit each side one more time, opening this up. Sun's coming up. It's beautiful. Sun comes up on this side of the island over top of Hawalalai or Mauna Loa. Depends where you are on this side, but it's always such a beautiful moment. You're actually going to get the sunrise on me. You guys, thanks for joining me for Mobility Monday. I'll add another episode from Hawaii, Mobility Wednesday. Stay well. If you feel like you need to go through this routine again, definitely just start it again from the beginning. Aloha. Thanks for coming.